Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some RuneScape, shall we? Okay, Distro, good evening, my friend. How you doing? Well, I need to get my equipment back. Alex, hello, my friend. Good evening. How you doing? This preset is just fine. I'm okay with everything that I'm wearing. I got my wand, my archaeology journal, my key, my ring. Yeah, this looks great. Okay, so where are we at, people? Well, look at this. In terms of the champion quests that are available to us, okay, we can do Elemental Workshop 4, all right? So that's available, which is hilarious. So we've done... I don't know if this will finish Elemental Workshop, but we definitely did Elemental Workshop 3 recently, and look where we're at. Like, we have Elemental Workshop 4, Three's Company, Carnelian Rising. Doric and Boric have some mini-quests for us. And then we have You Are It, and that is it in the Champions category. Now, we also, though, are missing some Salt in the Wound as a quest, for example, because I am missing some summoning. You know, IBK, that happens to me sometimes, and it's super frustrating. I mean, I'm in Windows distro, and sometimes games will pop up on a different monitor, and I'm just like, what are you thinking? I don't want it over here. So we need summoning to take care. It looks like we're doing some more work with the big old Queen Slug, and that will be Temple Knight Quest 6. But for the time being, I guess we just launch headlong into Elemental Workshop 4. What do we need? A hammer, a chisel, some elemental runes, a knife, and 2 primed bars of elemental metal. Alright, well, we are going to need some coal for that, right? And then we'll also need... the hammer and the chisel should be on my tool belt. And air, earth, water, and fire runes we can get pretty easily. Yeah, for sure, Alex. And sometimes if Steam wants to change the resolution of a game, then sometimes the game can spit over to another monitor. It just can become maddening. I don't think I have any coal in here. Oh. Or I do. Well, great. I can't remember how many I need, but we'll find out. Hey, Space Cookie! Good evening, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Space Cookie, just as a side note, I was just thinking about you earlier today because I was playing some Keeper RL with my Necromancer, still trying to make the dream happen. That is such a fun game. You'd think so, Space Cookie. Out of all these items, there's got to be coal somewhere, right? And there is. Mercifully, there is. Okay, so let me get some runes, and let's say I need some water runes and some earth runes, maybe. Just some elemental runes. That should do it. Hey! Amy, good evening. Well, it looks like we're doing Elemental Workshop number 4, Amy. Okay, so I've got all I need here. Let's just go ahead and go to the Seer's Village. And we'll get the rest in town. Luckily, because I did Elemental Workshop 3 pretty recently, I feel confident, you know, that I remember. That's the last one of these for now. That's great. Oh, Space Cookie. My pleasure, my friend. My pleasure. And thank you for introducing me to so many cool games to play, Space Cookie. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. So, I need to get a book from the bookshelf, it says. on the ground floor of the Sorcerers Tower. Actually, wait a minute. The Sorcerers Tower is back near Draenor. This is inlet. Well, are they talking about the Mage's Tower, or are they talking about some other Sorcerer's Tower? I don't really see another one. It's gotta be in the Mage's Tower, right? That's what they're referring to, isn't it? Because none of these buildings would really constitute as a tower, unless we're talking about, you know, Camelot. Oh, thank you. You know what it is? Amy, you're dead on. Yes, you're 100% right. I need to just go to the world map, and no, this game is smart. It's not going to call it the wrong name. I need to go to the Sorcerer's Tower. So when this finishes loading, I'm going to go there. Hey, Tabby. Good evening. How's it going? Oh, looks like my map has some problems. Let me try this again. Come on, world map. Uh-oh. I know, the map is not happy. It's like you will not have the map today. Good to see you, Tabby. So, well, it's sort of south of Scorpion Catcher is what you said? Okay. I mean, there's a magical tower that's near Yanil, right? But I can go... Oh, Tabby, that's too bad. Yeah, we missed you. Indeed. The Penguins was hilarious. South of here. Right. There's a magical tower near... There's a tower thing. Let's look at that. Let's see what that is. There's also the one on the island. So let's see what we've got. Here comes the map. Oh, it's almost there. It's getting close, people. I feel like in a little bit we're going to have a map. Alright, well, this looks pretty sinister. Yeah, this is the Sorcerer's Tower. It's got those runes on it, I think. Alright, let's get in here. I remember this. I remember this indeed. You don't get awesome gargoyles like that if you're not involved with magic. Okay, people, let's go inside and check it out. Alright, here we are. Ground floor of the Sorcerer's Tower. And, you know, I'm just going to take a gander. How much more is left, Amy? This is a great question. It looks like very few. Look, it's Elemental Workshop 4, Three's Company, Carnelian Rising, a couple of Doric and Boric mini-quests, and then You Are It. I also have a Desert Slayer dungeon mini-quest. But then the only other non-mini quest would be Vengeance and Salt in the Wound, but I don't have, for Vengeance, I'm missing 55 Thieving, which is quite high for me, and then Salt in the Wound requires 45 Summoning, so I'm going to have to do some skilling to catch up with those. Might just have to use my Treasure Hunter Camp stuff on that. Alright, what's in here? Nothing. Okay, so look at this. Oh, that's cool, Tabby. Is Carnelian is that dude who, like, had that crazy butler, right? That was, like, an evil cultist butler working in his... Or am I thinking of the wrong guy in over in Ardoin? Like, the rich, hoity-toity man with the amazing butler. But maybe I'm thinking of the wrong man. Anyway. Here we are. Oh, that's right. I remember his son. He was upstairs drawing, I believe. Or had some kind of painting going on. Alright, so here's a bookcase, and it's got the quest icon. Now, let's just take a look inside this Sorcerer's Tower. There's some rugs. They have a long rug in the middle of the room, and a very dilapidated table with some just unbelievably askance chairs. This is one of my favorite things in the RuneScape graphic, where it's like So stylistically, they're representing that these chairs are worn down, I believe, and, you know, have been not used for a long time. So they are really, really asymmetrical with absolutely mind-bending angles to them. And it's interesting that maybe like it's like a Dr. Seuss kind of chair. I don't know if they're just implying that the sorcerers themselves were strange, or that this is just what happens to a chair when it ages, or maybe the craftsmanship was just not up to quality. Maybe this person was like crafting level 1 when they built this chair, and it just isn't the best chair. I can't tell you what the answer is. But I'm going to go get this book. That's a great question, Space Cookie. I did make another video for RuneArk recently, and no, I don't think it has... it actually seems okay for the viewers, and I mean to play it, but my problem, Space Cookie, is that number one, I have so many games to play, but number two, I just don't fully understand RuneArk. Like, there are some things about the game that concepts I need to grasp better about how to be progressing. And I think if I just, like, read up on the wiki, I would understand it a little bit more. All right, you find a notched book. I do enjoy the game. The game is hilarious. Space Cookie. Okay, we're going to accept the quest. Hey, Nathan, good evening, my friend. How's it going? Indeed, RuneScape. All right, we got a notched book. We take it, and let's read it. So we're going to find more about horribly tortured apprentices. Although the building of the body machine was time-consuming and ultimately did not meet with the success he desired, Vitruvius was still resolutely determined to find a way to reanimate his bumbling apprentice. He had a clear idea of what to try next, just like he always tried to drum into his apprentice. Your ideas must be sharp and keen like a blade. Put your nose to the grindstone and the edges of that idea will begin to form. Interesting. Oh man, Nathan. Kenneth's Concern. You want to talk about an upsetting quest. Like, Kenneth's Concern was one where I was sure that demons were involved, and I guess if you count the slugs, like, maybe, but that was more like just something like Rosemary's Baby, but like parenting gone horribly wrong. Just, you know, I can't even say what happened there. And I don't know if I should necessarily entirely blame the parents for Kenneth, or if Kenneth is just a bad seed. Like, I can't... I don't know what you guys think, but boy, that was disturbing. Indeed, it wasn't too long after the body machine proved unsuccessful that Vitruvius set about creating his next device, one that generated energy akin to that of cosmic magic. He hoped that the state-changing effects of cosmic magic caused in other magically receptive objects could be used to change the state of an inanimate object based upon its form. Vitruvius set about constructing a cosmic energy matrix. The matrix consisted of pillars that each contained a number of precious gemstones, which had been ground into focusing lenses on the workshop's newly installed whetstone. Okay, no one knows what happened, Amy? All right, yeah, it was mysterious, I'll say that. By the way, just a side note, I've never been the best speller, even though English is my profession, but I don't know if it's a British English spelling or if it's even in American English, but focusing with two S's is kind of blowing my mind. Through these pillars, the four base elements were passed in such a way as to generate vast amounts of cosmic energy. It was an expensive proposition that required Vitruvius to sell off much of his property, but he was so stoically determined to return his apprentice that money was no object. Well, this is good. This is a great turn. Like, Vitruvius is just donating all of his wealth to the cause of getting his apprentice back, and that is actually much more admiration than we've seen in the past. After the previous failed experiment with his apprentice's body, Vitruvius decided this time to first create a dedicated test subject, a prototype shell built from primed elemental metal. Okay, so this is where we're going. Unfortunately, his own expertise lay in metallurgy, not human anatomy, and so his prototype didn't turn out exactly human shape, but it worked. The cosmic energy turned the lifeless lump of metal into a walking, talking being, though one without a soul. Vitruvius named it Davi, inspired by something that an old artist friend of his had once drawn. Like Da Vinci or something? With the prototype working, he set about building a second elemental shell, but this time using the elemental metal in which his old apprentice resided. He figured that the boy's consciousness, which was held within the metal, would bring back his old apprentice, albeit in a different form. I love it, Nathan. So, Space Cookie, that's a great question. Here's what I would say, Space Cookie, to that question. The game has a great story, but I'm doing the quests in timeline order, and so you jump around from different bits of story, so you would get more narrative. Like, if I did, for example, all the quests in one story arc in a row, I think the story would connect better. And RuneScape is so big, expansive, and so long-running that you jump into some very, very out-there quests, like, for example, what Tabby was talking about with the Penguin quests, which are just kind of out-of-this-world, silly quests that have a story that's, intrinsic to itself, but it doesn't necessarily apply to the bigger picture in a lot of ways. Or you have quests that have nothing to do with anything, and then you have some more really, really involved and long-running quests that have way more pieces, like the desert quest, to unfold. Yeah, like Amy is saying. Thank you. Amy's doing a good job, better job than I am responding to that. All right, so now we have to figure out about this Davil, or Davi, and make one, I guess. And so let's go back. What is it asking me to do? It says, I need to figure out how to open the doors at the southern end of the deepest level within the workshop. Okay. And so they're telling me to look for clues within the Sorcerers Tower? All right. Ratcatchers was involved. Oh, here it is, everybody. This is the hanging magical wind chime that usually is outside the doorway of a magic user or witch in the game. Merlin even has one, and this is how you know that magic is afoot in RuneScape. The triangular prisms dangling and twisting in the wind. Alright, so yeah, Space Cookie, exactly. And what's interesting, too, about it, Space Cookie, is that different quests are written by different people. So you get, like, all sorts of other ideas and inputs given the time period that they were written and who did the quest and stuff. Right, Space Cookie. Like, there was a centralized idea that I think that the three brothers who came up with the game used to base things, but over the 20 years of its existence, it has evolved and changed. Hey, Fading. What is up, my friend? The expedition launched today. I was just actually playing No Man's Sky earlier and having a really good time with it. Have you noticed some of the other quality of life features that they changed? Like the base building is even better than the last time I played it. Some of the buildings that you can create in No Man's Sky, like the wooden panels and things, the style of them look awesome. Nice, Alex. Yeah, it's great. What a game. Alright, so this is Thormac. Yeah, and that's also a thing. Yes, as Tabby is saying. So some of the quests have been, like, they went back and they updated them with some of the newer textures and graphics within the game, or they may have changed some of the elements of the quest. So I'm experiencing things perhaps differently than others. For example, Elemental Workshop 3, people were telling me that in its original incantation, there was no quality of life UI element that appeared on the screen that allowed you to interact with the puzzle. You had to do it manually, which was very tedious. Thank you for rescuing my scorpions. That's okay. Alright, well, he doesn't have anything to do with this. I need to go into the Elemental Workshop and really look at this. So, I know I need to make prime bars. Let's go for it. Yeah, they really do. Like, some of the areas definitely need to get the full overhaul treatment. I agree. Alright, so I like how, look at the quest box. This quest, the suggestion for where to go for this quest is enormous. It's hilarious. The thing that I was thinking about, Fading, with the new No Man's Sky stuff and the freighters is like, well, now do I even want to have a base if I can just do everything from my fleet? You know, do I want to be like the USS Enterprise and just sitting on my fleet, traveling around with no home to call my own? Or not? Alright, I'm going to go back to Seer's Village. And what we're going to do is jump right in there and do Elemental Workshop. Oh, I don't mean to zoom that in that much. There we go. Let's open the door. Oh, there's a an essence impling. Open this. Get it. Get it. Go get that thing. Yes. Trapper fragments. Hey. Spy on the bush. There's a penguin in that bush. Found ya. We see you, buddy. What are the chances? Inside the Elemental Workshop building, there was just a impling and a penguin. I'll take it. I know, Tabby. It is weird that they did it that way. I didn't know if they were intentionally trying to just, you know, lead me around, but nah, I don't think so. All right. So let's get the primed bars going. And we need elemental rock. Oh dear. Hello. Alright, elemental ore for us. Just take the ore. That's true, Nathan, so it's all like cohesive. It all seems the same. That makes sense. Give me that rock. Heck yeah. I can't remember if you need 4 pieces of ore and 1 piece of coal for this to work out. But we're gonna find out. Alright. I love how you go to mine the elemental rock and it just jumps up like, hey, I'm not a rock, I'm a person. Or thing. Nick Man, good evening. How's it going? All right. I can only imagine, Nick Man. Okay. Oh, you need 4 coal. I knew it was 4 to 1, but I forgot that it was 4 coal to 1. I thought it was 4 elemental ore. All right, that's no problem. I got it in the bank. So we only need 2 prime bars. So 2 elemental ore should do the trick for us. All right, let's go get it. Hey, Sir Theodore. Good evening. No. Nothing yet. I was going to practice thieving, but I don't need it for this quest. We're able to just jump in. So I'm just doing Elemental Workshop 4 here. Five. And 1 more. Here we go. Hopefully that's enough. That's so funny. Amy. Okay, cool, Nick Man. You know what's fun is, I think Amy was telling me that, which is like, this is the last Elemental Workshop that they've yet released. Like, there could be more Elemental Workshops that they're going to release later, but, I mean, I'm going to tell you what. If I complete this quest, and I'm, like, caught up on a quest line, I'm going to feel really special. Wow. Okay. So, we're going to then go down and we'll prime these babies up. Alright, so let's use our friend the machine, everybody. This is how we use a machine. We use the bar on the jig cart, and then we pull an old lever. No, that was wrong. Raise it up. Rotate it. It's been a decade? Oh man, that's brutal. Well, you do need thieving, Nick Man, but I have the thieving. I think you only need 39 is what it said, and I had enough from what I recall. I have 53 thieving. Hey, Aaliyah, good evening. Alright, here we go. And here we go. Put it in the hot stuff. Oh, right. I gotta pick it up first. Alright. One day I'm gonna get this flawlessly. Can you imagine if I could do all of the Elemental Workshop priming bar without making a mistake? Alright. Here we go. And pull that lever. Do it. Alright, now that is hot. Okay, put it down, please. Alright, now move it.